Hi, I'm Tom Jones from the St. Petersburg Times. This is Times sports columnist Gary Shelton. Derrick Brooks, longtime Bucs great, has officially announced his retirement. Gary, we knew this day was coming. He hasn't played in more than a year. But when you look back at Derrick's career, his legacy here in Tampa Bay, what sort of strikes you?
Well, the first thing that strikes me, and I've written it several times, is he's the best player who's ever played here. Of all the players they've had, and they've had some great ones, he was a class guy off the field. But it shows you the NFL doesn't believe in happy endings. A guy has to wait till 18 months later before he realizes the door is closed.
Do the Buccaneers win a Super Bowl without Derrick Brooks?
Absolutely not. He was Defensive Player of the Year that year. It was his greatest year. He was absolutely a force and a leader on that team, and his name ought to be on everybody's ring.
I think it's no question he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Where would you, though? I mean, thinking about this, you've probably seen every game he's ever played as a professional. Where does he sort of rank among outside linebackers, not only in his generation, all time?
I think if you take Lawrence Taylor out of the equation, everyone agrees Lawrence Taylor had the most impact of any outside linebacker ever to play. I think he's right there. I think he's there with Jack Ham. I think he's there with Bobby Bell. I honestly think the way he played, he helped define the Tampa 2. You couldn't have played it without a linebacker who could run and could tackle the way he could. In those great games against the Rams, he took Marshall Faulk out of the game by himself. No other linebacker in the league could have done that.
Have you ever dealt with a Bucs player who was probably more respected in the locker room than
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Warren Sapp used to say over and over again, Derrick Brooks is the best we've got. People might expect that Warren Sapp would have said Warren Sapp was the best they had. But over and over again, he would look, Lynch would look, Barber would look, everyone knew who Derrick Brooks was, and that when there was fire to be lit, it was Derrick Brooks who was going to do it.
Derrick obviously is a guy that you know very well, probably as well as anybody in the media. Where do you see his life going from here? It seems like he would have a lot of options. Do you think he might get into coaching? Would he ever end up coaching with the Bucs? Where do you sort of see his life going from here?
I think he'd be a good coach if he wanted to coach. I'm not sure he's not meant for bigger things. I'm not sure he wants to be watching film at midnight. This guy could be governor of Florida. He could be a state representative from Florida. He could impact lives far beyond the football field, if that's the way, and he has.
Right.
But if that's the way he chose to do, if I were Derrick Brooks's life manager, I would say you're better than being a linebacker coach in the NFL.
All right, that's Times sports columnist Gary Shelton. Look for his column in Thursday's St. Petersburg Times about Derrick Brooks. And for all your Bucs training camp updates, keep it right here at TampaBay.com.